Hello, welcome back, you wonderful people. I am Kashi. Today, I'm going to tell you a story. Not a fictional story I've been writing, but a real story about myself and how stupid I am. Back in high school, I did this thing called WANIC at the DigiPen Institute of Technology campus. It was sort of like doing Running Start, but if everyone else in the class was also doing Running Start. It's important to note that I was taking both the video game programming class and the art and animation class. And each of those were 2.5 hours. And there was a half-hour break in between. So between those, from start of the first class to end of the second class, be about 5.5 hours. This would have been, I guess it's called junior year. Would have been 2016, 2017-ish for me. So, every week, I'd drive myself up 45-minute drive to Redmond to go to the DigiPen campus. Often could find parking in the campus parking lot. It wasn't like a big campus like you would have at like a university, community college, whatever. It was a single building and had a parking lot for that. But there wasn't always available space in there. And across the street, there was this large church with a big parking lot that we could use as overflow parking. Well, this particular Friday, the overflow parking at the church was unavailable because there was some sort of event going on over there. And we had been informed beforehand that this was going to be the case and to plan accordingly, basically. So I knew that I was supposed to head over earlier than normal on this particular day to make sure I could find parking somewhere. And so I knew that it would be more difficult to get parking. But I don't do great remembering things without reminders. And this weekend, my parents were out of town. So naturally, I show up in the DigiPen parking lot at the usual time at which I would get there, which still like early, like a little before class started, but not as much as I had meant to do. I did not remember until I was in the parking lot that it might be a bit more difficult situation. Now in hindsight, there are probably various easier places where I could, on the side of the road, legally and safely park my car. But I wasn't thinking straight. I was panicking. And so I get out my navigation and search up to find a parking lot. And so what I found was this parking lot of this little church building that was, if I recall correctly, 1.7 miles from DigiPen. And so I went there, and I parked my car, and I ran. I went down that hill like an anime character. You know that scene in a Spirited Away, stair breaks and just runs all the way down? Like that. I went through parks and parking lots I did not know were there, and I just kept running. And I made it to class only 15 minutes late, and I was exhausted, out of breath, probably sweaty, plopped down in my seat. Luckily, 15 minutes is less significant in a 2.5 hour class than it would be in, say, an hour class, but it was okay. I got to class, so I went through the class, got to the end, had the lunch break in the middle. It's about 3 o'clock. So I don't know necessarily why, but I guess I felt sorry for myself for having to do, physical exercise. And I bought myself one of those fancy desserts they have in the cafeteria. DigiPen has an incredible cafeteria, by the way. Then, after I was done drowning my frustrations in chocolate cheesecake or something, I don't remember what it was, I headed up to my next class to do that. That was another 2.5 hours. Went through that class, totally fine. All right. So, It's time for me to start walking back to my car. I'm not running this time. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna take my time. Let it take as long as it takes. Because no particular reason to hurry. I'm not trying to get anywhere else anymore. I do have to call up a family friend to let them know I'm going to be late to come get my brother back from their house. But as I am hiking back up this little hill there, I'm maybe, I don't know, 2/3 of the way back to my car. I realize I don't have my keys on me. I start looking through my pockets in my bag, trying to find my keys. I'm like, okay, if my keys were in my bag, I know I didn't take them out during any of the classes. And so I determine I must have left my keys on the seat in my car. And now I am worried again because, well, for one, I could have locked the keys in the car, and now how am I going to get back? My parents are out of town. But more so, I was worried, is that I had left the keys on the seat, and what that means is I hadn't locked the car at all, and someone might have come by and taken it. Because it's just sitting here alone in this random parking lot. So now I'm hurrying back up. I'm picking up the pace. I might be starting to run, heading back to this little church parking lot, just hoping, please, let the car still be there. And I walk up, and I go around the corner, get past some bushes, and I see the beautiful, memorable, huge dent in the front of that old, black, beat-up Nissan Pathfinder. Thank goodness the car still there, not stolen. Calming down. Okay. But then I realize there are sounds coming from the car, because that morning I was in such a big hurry to get running to class. Not only did I leave the keys in the car, I forgot to turn the dang thing off. I had left the car running for 6.5 hours. It's a lot of wasted gas. So now I'm kind of panicked again. Just a little bit. I jump back in the car. Now I need a gas station. I'm also beating myself up of how stupid that is. So I get out my navigation again. Search up gas station. Well, I start following it. I start heading where it's taking me. Now, I don't know if this was somehow a fluke on my part or a navigation app issue, but I start going down this one road, this one direction, all this way, wondering why so much of a detour is needed to get to the gas. And I'm going straight down this road a whole bunch, and then it says U-turn and go right back where I came from. And I'm like, I am running out of the last of my gas here. Why are you screwing with me? Maybe I shouldn't be so reliant on navigation apps, but I can't get places on my own. By the time that I finally arrived at a gas station, well, man, I swear to you, my gas tank was running on the power of angels. So I get to the gas station, I park at a gas thing, and I get out, and I open the cap, and I get my wallet out, and I'm going to get some gas, and I realize I can only get like a little bit more gas than like getting home. Can't refill the tank or anything, because I would have, a little bit more money to get a little bit more gas if I hadn't bought that dessert. But oh well, I get the gas I can, and I'll just have to return to the different gas station with some more cash tomorrow. Well, so it's the next day, and there's this event going on at the church. Not the parking lot by the DigiPen. That's not that event. I don't go there on Saturdays. I realize how that could sound weird now. No, at my church, there's this thing. It's priesthood session of general conference. Go to the building to view it together. And so the plan is, right? I'm going out. I'm driving somewhere. I'll just get some gas and I'm on my way back. And so as I'm coming back from this thing, there's an Arco right there. Cheapest place other than Costco to get the gas. But I accidentally pass it and realize, oh, right, supposed to stop at the gas station there. Better go back. Got to do a U-turn. Now I should know this road I'm on, but I don't observe and remember things, and it's very dark at this point. It's late at night, and I go towards the side to get around to go and do U-turn. All right, that ain't how it happens. All right, ain't what my fortune is. I move sideways and drive myself directly into a ditch, and I am just stuck. I call up my dad. I'm like, please, how do I get out of here? He tries to walk me through it. I try to figure out four-wheel whatever, but it ain't working for me. And thank goodness, this Good Samaritan pulls over. They come over and they help me out, and they drive the car out of the ditch for me. And I don't remember who it was, but if you're seeing this, thank you very much. And here I am, got out of the ditch. I find an actual place where I can turn around, head back to the gas station. Gonna use the cash I brought from home, get some more gas, fill the tank a little more. But I can't get the gas cap off. It's too tight. I can't get it off. I can't get more gas. I just head back home, defeated. I did not want to do any more driving after that. And that is my my one real good, memorable, in-depth story to tell people. I think it's good if everybody has one of those. It's not like my dad, where I got a bunch of stories of using C4 and flipping cars and whatnot, or or time a brother of his gave a bomb threat to the school, or any crazy stuff like that. Not anything about like my brother climbing bridges or anything, but this is my story about being left alone for a weekend with the car and how stupid I am. And this will always be remembered. So thank you very much for watching. If you could, please leave, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all again in the next one. You're awesome. Goodbye.